Gringolandia en terreno mexicano. Hay que ser bien hijo de nosotros le sembramos el árbol y ellos se comen la fruta. Somos los que cruzaron, aquí vinimos a buscar el oro que nos robaron. Tenemos más tiempo que la policía secreta, metimos la casa completa en una maleta, con un tipo, una pala y un ladrillo. Construimos un castillo, como aquí dice el coro, cabrón. Dress, we get the job done. Look how far I come. Look how far I come. Look how far I come. We get the job done. Look how far I come. Look how far I come.
Good morning. Un aplauso nuevamente. Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Hispanic Heritage Month celebration from the City of North. My name is Jacqueline Quiles and I am the Deputy Mayor of Community Engagement. Today we honor the history, achievement, and sacrifices of the Latino American community by recognizing the contributions the Latinos have made to this great city. Así que un aplauso a todos los que van a recibir un premio esta tarde. Since the early days of this nation to the current days, Latinos have played a vital role in molding the American landscape. From approximately 1 million Latino veterans to the labor leaders that have fought for equality. There are still strong issues that affect our Latino communities, such as DREAM Act, immigration reform, equal pay, opportunity for all, and much more. This 2020 is a very important year for our community. We have to make sure we shape our future and get counted in Census 2020. Lo voy a repetir una vez más. Es muy importante que decidamos nuestro futuro y seamos contados en el censo 2020. We have to encourage our community to get registered to vote because we have to show that the Latino vote can make a difference in the 2020 election. Así que a registrarnos y a votar porque el voto latino hará la diferencia en esta ciudad. Sí se puede. And now I'm going to ask everyone to please help me welcome for the invocation Reverend Dr. Joshua Rodriguez, lead pastor of the City Light Church and Vice President of the National Latino Evangelist Coalition. Un aplauso, por favor.
Please bow our heads in prayer. Father God, today we thank you for the beautiful city of Newark. We thank you for this amazing celebration of our Hispanic heritage. Today we pray your blessings over our Mayor, Baraka, our Deputy Mayor, Jacqueline Quiles, and their entire leadership team. We pray your blessings over the entire City Council, especially the Hispanic and Latino council members, like Luis Quintana, Carlos Gonzalez, Arima Ramos, and other members like Augusto Amador. Thank you for amazing leaders who represent such a valuable legacy, like our dear friend Miguel Mike Rodriguez. Today we thank you for our beautiful, valuable heritage as Latinos and Hispanics. We thank you for a mixture of cultures, languages, dialects, and nationalities. Thank you for the vision, contributions, and relentless activism of our ancestors, our current leaders, and our emerging leaders. Thank you for leaders like Jose, law enforcement officials, and all others that are being recognized and honored here today. Hoy te damos gracias, Dios Padre, por lo que es nuestra herencia con tanto valor, nuestra herencia hermosa como la latinos, hispanos. Gracias por la multitud y la multiplicidad de culturas, dialectos, nacionalidades. Gracias por la visión, contribuciones y el activismo incansable de nuestros antepasados, de nuestros líderes actuales y nuestros líderes emergentes como José José, oficiales de la policía y tantos otros que en este día están siendo reconocidos y honrados. Father God, we thank you for our diversity and for the multiplicity of our salsa, or sofrito, and adobo. Thank you for the opportunity that you've given us as leaders to bring our gifts into the mainstream and infuse the United States of America with sazon, amazing Latin flavor. Thank you, God, for those that have paved the way for us. Thank you for those whose shoulders we stand on today, for those who sacrifice their lives so that today we can exercise the liberties and opportunities of equal access and equal opportunities. Help us to treat each person with respect and dignity, regardless of their status or position. Help us all to engage in self-examination periodically. Help us to take action against injustice and to practice perseverance and commitment. And lastly, Father God, as we remember the 50th anniversary of the historic leadership collaboration in Newark, New Jersey, between our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters and our African American brothers and sisters, enable us all to build additional networks that are inclusive and that continue to serve as cultural brokerage institutions that build partnerships with other groups. We submit this prayer to you today, O God, asking your blessings upon everybody that is in this place in your most holy name. And all of God's people say, y el pueblo de Dios dice conmigo, amén. God bless you, que Dios les bendiga.
At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise for the Essex County Law Enforcement Honor Guard and Newark Fire Department Honor Guard. For the national anthem, the Martinez Brothers.
On guard, ready, fight! Reason, up!
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
morning. I am honored to welcome you to the Newark Museum this morning on behalf of our director, Linda Harrison, who is traveling. She's out of town on museum business today, as well as our board and staff. We're thrilled to host you this morning for your annual breakfast. According to my notes, I was supposed to welcome the mayor, but I hear he has a very good reason for not being here, so we forgive him for that, and we wish him well as his family is growing. So we're excited about that. My name is Michael Schumacher, as you just heard. I'm Director of Marketing here at the Newark Museum. And in that role, I had the pleasure of working with some of the community here over the years. For example, this past summer, we screened 2 Latino films as part of the Newark Museum Black Film Festival. We worked with Mike Rodriguez very closely on that. Thank you, Mike. For the past 110 plus years, community groups such as this have gathered here at the museum. And that's because this is not only an institution displaying fine art from all corners of the globe, but in the words of the late Newark historian Clement Price, who many of you may remember, the Newark Museum is Newark's living room. And we're very delighted to play that role again today. A few weeks ago, the community gathered here to celebrate the life of the artist Gladys Brower. Some of you were here for that. Last week, we held a Latinx celebration featuring jazz great Stephen Croom. And later this afternoon, we will be hosting a discussion on wellness, living a wholehearted life, with Zen teacher Koshin Ellis Paley. That's at 4 o'clock. If you have time, I encourage you to go upstairs to our newly reinstalled modern and contemporary galleries. There you will find works interpreted by community leaders such as Mayor Baraka and also Superintendent Roger Leopold, who is here today as well. You can read what they have to say about their respective pieces of art in both English and in Spanish. Before I conclude, I just want to invite you all back here on November 6th for a major museum celebration as we unveil our new brand and new look. I can't give away too many secrets about what you'll experience there, but it's going to be big. So please mark your calendars for Wednesday, November 6th. So please enjoy your time here at the museum, and again, welcome. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to call our council member to please come forward for a few words. We have Council President Mildred Trump. We have Council President, Vice President Luis Quintana. And we have Council President for Anibanas. And Central Ward Councilwoman, Monica McIver, she's still here? Yes. Okay, so please welcome the council members from the city of Newark.
Buenos dias. That's the beginning, almost the end. So good to see so many of you out today to celebrate the heritage and contributions that the Latino community has made to the great city of Newark. I am going to yield my time to 2 of the most energetic council members who are serving at this time. They are no strangers to you. I am sister to Councilman Quintana and mother to Councilman Aníbal Ramos. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Won't you welcome these 2 incredible gentlemen who give so much, pardon me, to speak.
Buenos dias. Good morning. On a party. This is a celebration. I said Hispanic, and this great nation of ours is not Puerto Rican too. So you gotta put these things in context. You know, as Reverend, you talked about the Black and Puerto Rican Convention. I was one of those little boys in 1970 who was out there with making, as a little boy, trying to see what was going on. And there was a coalition. Well, we got to continue coalition. We got to continue into all our brothers and sisters, non-Puerto Ricans, to let you know a message that we are pioneers in a struggle with our African American brothers and sisters. That it had not been for Ramon Añez's and that group and Mike Rodriguez and the group, today we would not be celebrating a lot of things around here. And I just want to put that on the record. The other issue too, that this country is about to wake up. In 2020, this country is going to wake up when they go to Florida. And they understand that Puerto Ricanos will make a difference in Florida with our vote. And Latinos. We're not taking no more backsides. We're going to be at the driver's side. We're going to be driving and conducting. Our future is ahead. So our nonprofit agency, we encourage you every day, our Casa en Focus, to continue to do the work we have to do. There's more to be done. It's not just an island on your own. Don't be an island on your own. Be inclusive and be a part of what we do. Councilman Ramos and I spent a lot of time together. We talk more than a lot of people think we talk about. We talk about what we feel, not just politics. And this is the problem we have. We don't have that sense of talking to each other about what we feel. And as Latinos, we have to start showing. Don't talk about how great our flags are. They're just a symbol. Talk about how great we can march, how great we can be proud. I go into a polling site on Portion 11 and bring in jobs. To our brothers and sisters in labor, please include us in apprenticeships. Latinos and Puerto Ricans and Hispanics, all of us want that opportunity, that American dream. When I see the firefighters and I see police, law enforcement, I remember as a historian in this city, remember seeing 10, 12 persons graduating from an academy. Today, we see 50, we see the African American community together with us. Back then, it was not there. It was a myth. But my friends, mis hermanos y hermanas, la lucha de nosotros no termina. Y no va a terminar hasta que nosotros tengamos mujeres y hombres que representen los intereses nuestros. Como dice, hay que cultivar lo nuestro. Y si no cultivamos lo nuestro, la oscuridad del futuro será oscura para nosotros. Mis hermanos y mis hermanas, me siento orgulloso de ser puertorriqueño y hispano, pero me siento orgulloso de que podemos celebrar. Y a la vicealcaldesa Jacqueline Quires le doy las gracias por ponernos en este museo tan bello, donde muchas cosas pasarán. En este museo nos vamos a preparar para hacer el aniversario de Roberto Clemente, su 50 aniversario, con un símbolo de coleccionista. Si no era un Roberto Clemente, hoy no hubieran tantos peloteros en la fama mundial del béisbol y no hubieran tantos hispanos jugando sin ver los juegos como nosotros estamos construyendo. Por eso le digo, lo nuestro es nuestro, vamos a seguir luchando para el bienestar de todos.
Good morning everyone, muy buenos días. Quiero reconocer a todas las personas que estamos honrando en este día de parte del Consejo Municipal. Muchas felicidades a ustedes, a su familia. I want to take this opportunity also to thank today's program organizer. That's our Deputy Mayor, Jacqueline Quiles. She works really, really hard on behalf of the city of Newark, sometimes with very little resources at her disposal, but she really does an amazing job of bringing our community together, and I'm proud to take part in today's celebration because we're honoring some amazing people who, whether they're educators, law enforcement, community organizers, legislative aides, the various council people, amazing young people who volunteer so much of their time to the city of Newark. They deserve to be recognized, not only as Hispanics, as Latinos, but also as Newarkers who give so much of their time to make our city great. And today, this year for Hispanic Heritage, my focus has really been on honoring those who've paved the way for us. My father right now, he's in a nursing home. He's dealing with very terrible disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, and I really value my conversations with him on a daily basis because he talks so much about how hard it was for him to be in the city of Newark by himself in 1963, confronting a community that he wasn't familiar with, a language that he wasn't familiar with, but he did so much to pave the way for my family. And today, during this Hispanic Heritage Month, I pay tribute to our pioneers, I pay tribute to all those who paved the way, and most importantly, we pay tribute to those who sacrificed so much for us to be in the positions that we are today. So may God bless you all, enjoy your breakfast, and congratulations.
So I'm the last, and I have like 2 minutes. So I just want to say good morning to everybody. Of course, I'm Councilwoman LaMonica McIver. I just want to echo what my colleagues said to all of the honorees today. Congratulations in advance, and well deserved. I want to thank our Deputy Mayor, the wonderful, amazing, beautiful Jackie Quiles, who put this event together. She does work extremely hard throughout our city. And so I just want to thank everybody, and I want to take some bragging rights real quick to shout out Arts High School in the house. And I'm so honored to be here too, because everyone's special to me that's being honored today, but especially my aide who's being honored today, the one and only Alfredo Freddie Ruiz. So congratulations to everybody, and God bless everyone. Thank you.
The President Josephine Garcia, she's here with us. Darren Hayes, Assemblywoman Liana Marie Pintar, Deputy Mayor Lydia Fraser, and Purdy Director Ms. Thank you for being here. At this time, como yo dije al principio del programa, el censo es muy importante para nosotros este año. Así que para una palabra de la Oficina del Censo, Roberto Frigoni.
So I'll say some remarks in English and in Spanish, and I promise to stay within the time. So thank you. First, thanks so much for the opportunity to be here. Again, my name is Roberto Frigoni. It's great to see a lot of friendly faces, including my family here at La Casa. A few statistics. So in 2010, during the 2010 census, it was determined that the population in the U.S. was about 308 million people. About 50 million were Latinos. Right? In New Jersey, it was a little over 8 million individuals that were counted in the 2010 census, and 1.5 million were Latinos. I share that because it gives us a sense of community, right? We're not here by ourselves. It gives us a sense that we're part of this bigger picture. So what is that going to say about us as we go into next year's census, the 2020 census? But it's important for that reason, but I'll give you a couple other reasons why it's important. So the Constitution does mandate that the United States counts every person living in the U.S. every 10 years. And the count is used to determine how many seats each state gets in the House of Representatives. But apart from that, it also determines where over $675 billion is distributed to the states every year. $675 billion. I mean, we could stop right there and kind of have that sink in. So it's tremendously important that we're all participating and we're all counting so that we get our fair share of those $675 billion. It's also important to understand that it's safe, right? That all the information that you provide to the census is protected. So aside from other federal laws, Title 13 guarantees that your individual responses are never shared with any other department in the federal government. They're not shared with anyone locally. They're not shared with the courts, with law enforcement, with anybody. So you can be confident that your information is safe. And the last one, I'll say it's really easy, especially as a Latino community. I'll share that the census next year, for the first time, you'll be able to complete the census itself, either online or over the phone in Spanish, as well as English. All right? So go ahead. In addition to English, there's 12 other languages that the census will be available. On paper, it will also be available in Spanish and English. And if you still don't fill out your census form after several reminders, we will send out someone to come knock on your door and help you complete the form. So it is tremendously important that we're all participating, that we're all making sure that we're counting. So now in Spanish really quick. Unos datos muy rápido que les quisiera compartir. En el censo del 2010, más de 308 personas se contaron en el censo del 2010. De eso, más de 50 millones fueron latinos, fueron hispanos. En el estado de Nueva Jersey hay más de 8 millones de personas que están viviendo en el estado y más de 1.5 millones que fueron latinos. Ahora, comparto esos datos porque es importante saber que no estamos aquí por nosotros mismos, no estamos aquí solos. ¿No? Somos parte de una comunidad más grande. Es importante para nosotros saber que había la bandera del Ecuador. Yo soy ecuatoriano, y sabemos que hay muchos ecuatorianos aquí en Newark, pero somos como comunidad latina, somos una comunidad unida y grande. Más importancia, entonces, que nosotros participemos en el censo del próximo año. Hablamos de lo importante, pero otras razones por qué es importante participar. El censo fue mandado por la Constitución de los Estados Unidos y el resultado determina cuántas sillas en la Cámara de Representantes cada estado recibe. Es más representación en el Congreso que cada estado recibe. Pero también determina la distribución de más de 675 mil millones de dólares que son distribuidos a los estados cada año. 675 mil millones cada año para los próximos 10 años. Es tremendamente importante que todos participemos para que nuestra porción de esa sea adecuada para las necesidades de nuestra comunidad. Pero también es importante saber que llenar el formulario es seguro. Hay muchas leyes federales que protegen los datos de uno, pero también el título 13 es uno que dice que uno no puede, que la oficina del censo no puede compartir los datos de uno con ninguna otra departamento del gobierno federal, con cualquier otra agencia, con cualquier gobierno local, con cualquier corte o policía o cualquier otro. Todos los datos de uno solo se usan para estadística, para entender la población más grande. También les digo que es fácil. El próximo año es la primera vez donde uno va a poder llenar el cuestionario en inglés y en español por teléfono y en línea, pero también el cuestionario va a estar en español y en inglés. En total tenemos, aparte de inglés, hay 12 otros lenguajes que no son inglés, donde uno va a poder llenar el formulario en línea o por teléfono. Y la última es, en papel, va a estar en inglés y en español. Y la última parte es si no han llenado el formulario después de varias veces que le hemos mandado recuerdos, entonces vamos a mandar a una persona para que le ayude en su hogar. Eso es importante. En cerrar, solo le quiero asegurar que es tremendamente importante que todos participemos en el censo, que apenas reciban la invitación para poder llenar el censo, lo llenen, para que todos los recursos que son debidos para nuestra comunidad lleguen a nuestra comunidad. Muchas gracias.
Vamos a empezar con los premios. So the 2019 medal, the first medal goes to some special kids. For the last 2 months, we have been working every day doing door to door, getting the lead lines floors done and delivering water to our community. And every day of the week, we have a group of kids that are willing and ready to volunteer with a smile in their faces. So please welcome the 2019 nominees for the Medal of Honor from the City of Newark, Caps for Kids, Newark Explorers of Essex County. Vamos a darle un aplauso a estos niños que todos los días han estado conmigo en la calle tocando puertas. Delivering water to seniors, delivering water to pregnant women that can't come out. And some of you guys could stand here in the front. I don't want the stage to break.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chief John Warrior, and I'm currently a senior at Eagle Academy High School. Let me start off by thanking Mayor Rajay Baraka for everything he's done for our community. I really appreciate his hard work and dedication. I would like for everybody to know that we did this out of the kindness of our hearts, with the door-to-door deliveries and signing people up. The work we do isn't done alone. First, I would like to recognize our wonderful advisor, Detective Armando Alvarez. I would like to thank Detective Aviles for helping us all. I would like to thank Detective Aviles for helping us all the time. He's with us 24/7, day in and day out. Even when he's considered off, he's really not. Secondly, I would like to thank our second law enforcement advisor, Officer Darnell Gibbs, who is currently serving our country in the United States Air Force. Next, I would like to recognize the parents who are here with us today. The parents that are standing currently are parents who help us 24/7. They provide anything we need from transportation or just even somebody to talk to. Post 23 has been very busy for the last few months, from doing home water deliveries to unloading and loading trucks for water daily. I would like to say thank you to Deputy Mayor Jacqueline Quiles. And it's a pleasure for having us. We hope to see you again. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Un aplauso para ellos. This year we have been working hand by hand with Popular Community Bank. They have been part of many events in our community this year. And one of the things that I'm more grateful is that they are partnership with the Census 2020. As soon as you walk into this branch, you'll be able to see Census 2020 in every screen of the bank. For your commitment to our community, the 2019 second medal goes to Popular Bank.
Thank you, Jackie. Buenos dias. And please pass on my thanks and appreciation to Mayor Russ Baraka. I'd also like to recognize the distinguished government officials here and the other fellow honorees. As the largest Latino-led bank in the country, we're very proud to be part of today's event, which brings public officials, community leaders, business owners, Newark residents to celebrate our Latino communities. Well, we're brought here, by our shared experiences and pride for the community, Hispanic heritage. At Popular, we also value and celebrate the rich diversity of the communities that we serve at large. As the needs of our customers and communities members continue to diversify, our vision is always to match those needs. Popular's DNA is rooted in a tradition of service to our communities for the past 126 years. And we continue today this legacy by driving financial health here in Newark and beyond, by supporting meaningful programs and resources that empower people to live their best financial lives. We're particularly proud of our partnership with the city to educate the community about the importance of the census. We need, as Hispanics, as minorities, we need to stand up and be counted. It is too important not to do it. The future of Newark is bright, largely because of many of the people in this room. We're very proud to stand with you as a community-minded partner and full-service financial institution. Thank you so much for this recognition.
She has a bachelor's degree in communication with a minor in journalism and television production from the Scarlet University of Puerto Rico. She is a weather anchor for Noticias 41 Univision. 2 times Comedy Award, Orgullo de Cuba y Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Liliana Allende de Univision 41.
This is so exciting. Buenos días. Good morning. ¿Cómo están? ¿Están bien? Yo soy Liliana Allende. Es una emoción para mí estar un día aquí compartiendo con ustedes porque mi mamá salió de Cuba cuando era muy joven con 2 maletas. Me emocioné. Y mi papá también. Hicieron muchos esfuerzos porque yo fuera a la universidad. Mi mamá nunca fue a la universidad. Tiene un diploma de high school. No habla inglés. Yo tuve una oportunidad cuando estaba en Puerto Rico, tenía 27 años, hace 2 años nada más, no ha pasado mucho tiempo, de venir a Filadelfia para trabajar en una estación de radio en español, pero el problema era que yo no hablaba inglés, nada de nada, zero. Pero decidí venir y mi mamá me dijo, yo no tuve nada, no tengo nada, yo quiero que tú vayas, what's the worst that can happen, right? You just try. Ese primer año todo lo que hice fue llorar y llorar, porque no me podía expresar en inglés. Y tenía muchos sueños también, como ella salió de Cuba, yo vine a Estados Unidos con muchos sueños de trabajar en radio y televisión, pero el idioma era un problema muy grande para mí, me sentía que no podía desarrollarme. Empecé a estudiar poco a poco, hasta que pude salir adelante con el idioma. Y no solamente, hoy hablando, pensando en la herencia hispana, no solamente mi sueño, fue el sueño de mi mamá, y fue el sueño de mi abuela, que no pudieron ir a la escuela. Así que para mí, un día como hoy, y que me den este honor, gracias a Jacqueline y al alcalde de Newark, no me representa solamente lo mío, representa lo de mami, lo de mi abuela, y lo de todas las familias, de todas las personas que vienen a Estados Unidos a echar para adelante. Sí se puede. Y entonces, ahora que yo estoy en esta posición, igual que ustedes en cada industria, lo que yo considero es que debe ser importante pasar a la antorcha. No solamente quedarse uno con el éxito de lo que uno logre, sino pasar la antorcha a los muchachos de high school, ser inspiración para los que vienen, para los que vienen detrás. Así que es importante tener nuestra contribución, votar en el censo del año que viene y decir, estamos presentes, estamos aquí, we're here, we're not going anywhere. Y nuestra voz se tiene que escuchar. Así que pasen la antorcha en la industria que ustedes estén, no importa si son maestros y trabajamos en televisión, it doesn't matter. Pasa la antorcha, inspira al que viene detrás, porque lo que nos falta es mucho y nosotros estamos aquí, pero quién sabe lo que pase en 20 o 30 años. Así que vamos a votar, siéntase orgulloso, it doesn't matter what country you're from. Somos latinos y como dijeron anteriormente, esa salsa y ese sazón lo tenemos todos. Así que echemos hacia adelante. Thank you so much for this recognition y veamos Univisión por el Perú.
City of Elizabeth. He's an investigative reporter from Telemundo Noticias 47 that has worked for MSNBC, NBC4 New York, and NBC. In 2005, nominated for Emmy Award, he's passionate about issues like domestic violence and, of course, the Dreamers. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Pablo Gutiérrez de Noticias 47.
Hello everyone, thank you so much. Thank you to the City of Newark, the mayor, and everybody for this recognition, you know. Como mi compañera Liliana decía, somos latinos, estamos juntos, no importa de qué país venimos, tenemos lo mismo en la sangre, ¿no? Mis pasiones son como indicamos, hablar sobre inmigración, hablar sobre nuestros dreamers, sobre proteger nuestros derechos como comunidad, que es algo tan importante, especialmente en estos tiempos. Entonces, haciéndole eco a la gente que habló antes de mí, hay que estar orgullosos de quienes somos, de donde vamos. También hay que estar orgullosos de todas aquellas personas que nos abrieron el camino. Hablábamos de Roberto Clemente, como una inspiración para estos jóvenes que ahora están jugando pelota y están representándonos también. Todos podemos ser una inspiración de cualquier manera. Entonces, gracias a la ciudad de Newark y por favor, bueno, here's the plug. Watch us in Telemundo. Thank you.
Vamos a ver a los dos, el 41 y 47. He was selected as a Latin Power player by Billboard, and he's one of the 20 most influential people in Latin music in 2015 and 2018. Former New York City Sergeant with 4 medals. In conjunction with Aventura, he has co-founded Toy Drives for Kids here in the state and Dominican Republic. He managed the career of Romeo, the most influential artist of our generation. He has spoken in Harvard, Columbia, Syracuse, Limerick College, and St. John. His history is a true testament of the American dream. He's now here in the city of Newark. He's one of the co-owners of Lit 21. If you haven't been there, you must stop by. And please help me welcome at this time, Johnny Lorenz.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Honorable Mayor of Rock, who was unable to be here with us, who I consider to be a good friend of mine. I also want to thank Deputy Mayor Jackie Quiles, Council Member Aníbal Ramos, Louis Quintana, and Elizabeth Council Member Carlo Torres is here with us. I also have to thank the people who have made me look good throughout the years. Romeo Santos, my partners over here, Terry, Paul, Edwin, who was unable to be here with us, and my fellow members from the NYPD, who I hold very close to my heart. A lot of people think that being in the music business is very glamorous, but the truth is that The best years of my life was when I was a New York City cop. It was, I wouldn't trade that for anything. No success, nothing. With that long list, though, I think about another list that is very long and might not necessarily mean anything to a lot of people, but I think about another list of people who come from where I come from at the Jacob Riis housing projects in Manhattan, who weren't as fortunate as I was. People who, many lost their lives for whatever the reason. And so when I accept this award, this recognition, I don't only accept it for the people who have helped me shine, but also for the people who were not as fortunate as I was. Thank you.
My last award goes to La Casa de Don Pedro. La Casa de Don Pedro responds to all the needs of Newark, New Jersey communities with comprehensive programs that empower people to realize neighborhoods every step of the way. They also are partners for Census 2020. Rey Ocasio, por favor. Un aplauso para la Casa de Don Pedro.
Good morning. We at La Casa are so pleased that we're being recognized. We want to thank the City of Newark for taking the time and recognizing the work that we've done. We've been doing this work for over 50 years, almost 50 years. We would hope that in another 50 years, La Casa will still figure in the history of this great city. There's a lot of work to be done. We're on the field. We're in the field every day doing that work. But behind me are the people, some of the 300 people that work in La Casa, serving this community every day. We thank you for recognizing us, and we wish you well. Thank you.
To continue the program, I have the honor to present to you Assistant Director of Public Safety, Raul Manabe, that is here today, working with me. I know he's off, and I want everyone to help me wish him a happy birthday, because today is his birthday. I just want to thank you for everything you do for our community. I know the hours you work and everything you do for everyone, especially for my office. Every time I call you, you're there for me, and I just want to wish you many, many more years. And thank you for making us proud.
Thank you, make me blush. It's not easy to do. Buenos dias, mi gente. Good morning. My name is Raul Malabi. I'm the Assistant Public Safety Director here in the City of Newark. It's my great honor today to present the Hispanic Heritage Celebration Public Safety Awards. This year we recognize 3 outstanding Hispanic heroes that help to keep our city safe. Our first honoree today is North Police Division's Lieutenant Gerardo Rodriguez. Gerardo is a proud Puerto Rican who was born and raised in Newark. Lieutenant Rodriguez achieved a lifelong dream to become one of Newark's finest when he took the oath of office and became a Newark police officer in January of 1999. He has risen through the ranks, and today he serves as the Executive Lieutenant at the 2nd Precinct on 1 Lincoln Avenue. Lieutenant Rodriguez is a proud member of the Hispanic Law Enforcement Society. You see George Torres here. He is a source of pride for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating Lieutenant Gerardo Rodriguez for his over 20 years of dedicated service to the beloved city of Newark. Our second honoree is Police Officer Jacqueline Molina. Just a little popular. Police Officer Molina was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. She graduated from Eastside High School. Jacqueline achieved a lifelong dream of becoming a Newark police officer in January of 1999. Her career as one of Newark's finest led her to work in the 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and 5th precincts. She worked in the Safe City Task Force and the Communications Division. She was made a detective in 2016 and 2017. Today, Police Officer Molina serves as a community service officer for the 2nd Precinct on 1 Lincoln Avenue. She works hard to create a great working relationship between the North Police Division and the community they serve. And the applause she got, showed you that she does a pretty good job. Jacqueline is a great role model for the Hispanic community and boys and girls throughout the city. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Police Officer Jacqueline Molina.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for being selected. I want to thank the honorees that are here today. I really appreciate all of you guys. I know I do a lot. I am so happy to be recognized this way as well. I'm so happy to see everyone here. I wish the mayor was here, but he knows I love him as well. And the director and the chief, thank you. And I'm proud to be a Newark Police Division police officer.
And our final honoree is North firefighter Efrain Marquez. Efrain was born in Matanza, Cuba. He immigrated to Miami, Florida, where he lived for 2 years. What a surprise, a Cuban in Miami, right? Before moving to the city of Newark in 1982, he graduated from Newark Eastside High School and he has an associate's degree in criminal justice from Essex County College. In 2000, he became a member of the New Jersey State Corrections and was assigned to Northern State Prison. In 2001, he became one of Newark's finest when he was sworn in as a Newark police officer. As a member of the Newark Police Division, he worked in the 2nd Precinct, the Auto Theft Task Force, the Violent Crime Reduction Task Force, Street Crimes, and finally the 3rd Precinct. In 2007, he switched gears and became one of Newark's bravest, joining the Newark Fire Department, where he was assigned to Ladder 9 on Avon Avenue. In 2008, he was assigned to the Newark Arson Squad, where he spent many years investigating the cause of many fires throughout the city. 2013, he was assigned to the Fire Chief's Office, and today he is very, very fortunate to work for the best boss anyone could ask for. He serves as the aide to the Assistant Public Safety Director, yours truly. I am very fortunate to have him by my side. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating firefighter Efrain Marquez for his many years of dedicated service to the city. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to grab one more round of applause for our public servants here.
Ok, antes que continuemos el programa y los premios, ustedes saben que este año en septiembre del 28 falleció uno de los artistas más queridos por toda Latinoamérica y hoy le tenemos un tributo. Él vendió más de 120,000 copias a nivel mundial y hizo historia y todavía su música vivirá para muchas generaciones. Así que vamos a recibir con un fuerte aplauso a Lucas en un tributo a José José.
Ya lo pasado, pasado, no me interesa. Ya me sufrí y lloré. en el ayer, ya olvidé, ya olvidé, ya olvidé. Tengo en la vida por quien vivir, amo y me ama. Ya nunca más estaré solo y triste otra vez. El ayer ya olvidé, ya olvidé. Pido un aplauso para el amor que a mí ha llegado. Mil gracias por tanto, tanto amor. Vivo enamorado, hoy me he enamorado, qué feliz estoy. Vivo enamorado, y a todo el pasado ya le dije adiós.
Muchas gracias.
Ya olvidé, ya olvidé, ya olvidé. A ver, con ustedes, pido un aplauso para el amor que a mí ha llegado. Mil gracias por tanto y tanto amor. Vivo enamorado, hoy me he enamorado, qué feliz estoy. Yo me he enamorado a todo el pasado, ya le dije
To continue the presentation, please welcome Director of Housing Director Victor Cirillo. Victor's another one. A great friend that's always there for our office and for everyone in our community. Thank you, Victor, for sharing the stage with us.
Thank you, Jackie, and good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? What a beautiful tribute, huh? What a beautiful tribute. Thank you again. Another round of applause. Who remembers Saturday mornings when we had to do the cleaning around the house and our parents used to play those records, right? It was just bringing back a lot of those memories. Anyhow, Vicealcaldesa, muchas gracias por el trabajo que han hecho esta mañana, a ella y su equipo entero. Pasé ayer en la tarde y la tuvieron que buscar de aquí porque estaba preparando todo. Y ha trabajado tan fuerte por asegurarse que este evento sea tan especial para todos nosotros. Muchas gracias. As she mentioned, my name is Victor. I work with the Newark Housing Authority. I'm the Executive Director of the Housing Authority. I have the pleasure of having with me two of our Latina stars, the Housing Authority, my executive assistant, Yella Martinez, as well as the Asset Preservation Director, Danny Gonzalez. Thank you for being here for us. We're working very hard in making sure that we preserve affordable housing in the city of Newark. We manage 10,000 apartments, and we manage 6,500 Section 8 vouchers in the city. And we're working very hard to make sure that we take care of everyone in our community. I also want to thank Mayor Raz Baraka for recognizing the role that we play as Latinos in the city and its growth. And also for taking the time to allow us to put events such as this together and recognizing some of the wonderful people, some of the wonderful folks that make up our community. And today I have the pleasure of introducing three of these wonderful folks. So the first person I'm going to call up is Maria Cabrera. So a little bit about Maria. Maria immigrated from her native Puerto Rico at the age of 14 with her family and her 6 brothers. But she and her brothers are longtime volunteers with Represented Baseball. And currently she's on the executive committee for Mujeres al Poder. Mujeres al Poder. For an organization which continues to highlight and fight for women's rights. She certainly exemplifies and practices those virtues as a fighter for social justice and the expanded representation of women in education, economic development, and leadership. This and many other accomplishments for her community qualifies her for this great honor. Please join me in congratulating Maria Cabrera on being honored this morning as an outstanding citizen of Hispanic descent. Congratulations. Person that we're going to call off is Melanie Reyes. Melanie Reyes. A little bit about Melanie Reyes. About Melanie. She's passionate about her city. She makes her way up. Thank you for your passion for the city of Newark. Her mother was an employee for the Department of Children and Family Services. And while she was growing up, her mother exposed her to the structural inequalities faced by minority communities, both by our black and brown brothers and sisters. After some time working in human services, she decided to dedicate herself to serving the community through AmeriCorps, which is a non-profit that leverages public and private financing so that we can invest in underprivileged or underrepresented communities. 5 years later, she's currently the director of the Financial Opportunity Center for the ICC, the Ireland Community Corporation. And let me tell you something about the ICC. They do a tremendous job. I mean, we're working on a project, Terrell Homes, trying to redevelop, and they don't let up. They're big advocates. And when I tell you, they have a passion for their clients, they certainly do, and absolutely Maria represents that. It's this and many other accomplishments for her community which qualifies her for this honor. So again, let's extend a heartfelt congratulations to Melanie Reyes on being honored this morning as an outstanding citizen of Hispanic descent. Yes, she's telling me that I forgot about Vargas, John Vargas. I did not know about John Vargas. John Vargas, and I tell you, you know when you reach celebrity status? There you go. You know when you reach celebrity status, when you're known by only one name, like Cher, like Prince, right? He's known in the world of art as Vargas, and you can see some of his art being showcased in the hallway. His beautiful art. A little bit about John. His art has been showcased in museums throughout the world. He's a former professor of the arts and photography, who is also the patent owner and inventor of the ring light, which is special lighting that is used during film and television production. He has been featured on Good Morning America, en Telemundo, and his artistic work has been also featured in movies such as Hercules, Space Jam, and Anastasia, among others. He has been invited to the White House. It was also named as the Latino of the Year by the Cosmetology Chamber of Commerce of New York City. Please join me in thanking John Vargas for spreading his Latino talent throughout the world and congratulating him on being honored as an outstanding citizen of Hispanic descent. Congratulations.
Como decían antes, hasta dónde hemos llegado, ¿verdad? En el camino aquí venía y mi esposa me dice, yo estoy más nervioso que esto y yo no estoy recibiendo, pero esto es algo que no está reina. Esto es algo que tú y yo lo hemos logrado gracias a Dios. Trabajamos más de 14, 15 años juntos, noche y día compartimos todo. Y esto es algo que quería compartir no solamente con mi gente, también contigo especialmente, porque sin ti no hubiera sido posible. Gracias. ¿Hasta dónde hemos llegado? Muchas de las veces como artistas tratamos de hablar lo que sabemos por medio de nuestras manos. Así yo ahora hace un momento que escuché sobre lo que sucedió en Puerto Rico, en Sandy, hay uno de los cuadros que está al final, que fue hecho justo en una de las partes que se destruyeron. Y pinté, y bajo ese concepto dimos a hablar y a decir lo que sentimos como artistas, como hispanos, y el dolor que tenemos cuando estamos en el asiento de atrás, porque no somos escuchados como quisiéramos. Cuando hicimos esto, le quiero decir que sí, vamos a estar en el volante como hispanos, no solamente votando, sino también dando nuestro grano de arena para que sepan que no solo somos una cultura, somos un pueblo, somos gente con mucha hambre y deseo de salir adelante. Salir adelante representando en el mundo, y gracias a Dios que hemos tenido esa bendición. Washington nos dio por fin la patente de una de las luces que se ha peleado por muchos años, the ring light. A lot of you probably know this light is all over the world, all over the place. And we're just very happy. We got it yesterday. We have to celebrate this is our time, our life, and we are very proud to have it. Pero es algo que we're proud, es algo que estamos orgullosos porque lo hicimos de manos latinas y lo hicimos con sueños hispanos. Y gracias por el apoyo de siempre, donde quiera que estamos, en cualquier país, estamos en casa. Quiero agradecer a la ciudad de Newark por darnos la oportunidad y de estar aquí frente a ustedes, a todas aquellas personas que colaboraron para que puedan también llamar nuestros nombres en este escenario, en esta tarima. Diego Muñoz, muchas gracias. A toda mi gente ecuatoriana. Seguimos adelante, ¿verdad? Muchas gracias, que Dios nos bendiga. Gracias.
Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the presentation.
And last but not least, dicen que lo mejor se queda para el final, ¿verdad que sí? At this time, I'm going to call Yvonne Rios from the office of Senator Juez. I'm going to call Alfredo Ruiz from the office of Councilwoman La Monica McIver. And I'm going to call Anthony Arena from the office of Councilman Carlos Gonzalez. We're going to bring to the podium Assemblywoman Pinto Marie, and we're also going to bring Councilwoman La Monica McIver.
Jacqueline. So today I have the honor of obviously giving a special award and that goes to Yvonne Rios. Even though Yvonne does not work for my office, she works for Senator Teresa Ruiz, who is here today. So on behalf of Senator Teresa Ruiz, Yvonne, I want to thank you, we want to thank you for all of the work that you do, for the tireless hours that you put in, because why Senator Ruiz looks so good, and she's going to come in for saying this, is because you are a part of her staff, and she makes sure that her staff is top-notch. So on behalf of all of Senator Ruiz's staff, if you will please stand, Ruiz, Jesus, Miriam, which used to work, we all want to thank you for your tireless dedication, because not only as a female are you there to support another female, but you are a fierce mother. You work tirelessly and you make sure that everybody is taken care of before sometimes your needs are. So on behalf of District 29, Senator Teresa Ruiz, and myself, I want to congratulate you on this great honor. Thank you. Before I go, I just want to say congratulations to all the honorees. Obviously, being in public service is difficult. We give up a lot of our time and ourselves, but to all the honorees, everything that you do in your own capacity really makes our job easier each and every day. So congratulations to everyone.
Good morning, everyone, again. So I am here to congratulate and honor my friend. Although he works in my office, he is my friend. We are a big family in the Central Ward office. We have to be. We spend about 90% of our time, probably 95.9% of all of our time together. And we are so thankful for Freddie, Louise, and so Freddie, I just want to tell you thank you for your hard work. I had the pleasure of just not knowing Freddie in a professional capacity. Freddie grew up in Baxter Terrace projects that used to be on James Street, and I grew up in Hope Village, but I always snuck over to James Street to play with people from Baxter Terrace and check out the boys a little bit over there in Baxter Terrace. So me and Freddie go way back, so it's a pleasure to be here to be able to honor you and say thank you for everything that you do. I could not miss this opportunity to do that, so congratulations. And my only thing to you, Freddie, like I always tell you, I'm not going to get you the cigarettes. I promise not to do that. But my only thing is for you to always find time for yourself, even if it's 10 minutes a day for yourself. And I don't mean for the cigarette. I mean 10 minutes for something just for yourself. To take care of yourself, because self-care is so important. And that's for everybody up here being honest. We work so hard being a public servant that sometimes we forget about ourselves. And you work hard as a public servant as well as a great dad, a great husband, a great friend, a great brother. So we love you, and I know that your mother right now is looking down and she's smiling on you right now. So I love you and thank you for everything you do.
I also want to thank Freddie and Anthony that's always there for our office, delivering water, especially this man right here. He's been with us every day into late hours of night, making sure everyone receives water, and we want to thank you for all your hard work. Bueno, mi gente, on behalf of Mayor Ross J. Barraga, tenemos la embajadora de mi Puerto Rico aquí, nuestra amiga Milagro, un abrazo para ella. On behalf of Mayor Ross J. Barraga, we want to thank everyone for coming out to the